Good to go.
Yeah. Okay. So good night. Good night for the Kings, and the with the fact that we not always the prettiest of games, but we found a way to scrap out another win. Some guys got some opportunities that haven't had it, and finding out that Tyrese is he's going to be fine is clearly great news for us, considering what a big offseason this is going to be for him. So all in all, good night for Sacramento.
Let's start with Marshall Harris.
Luke, where the Kings just put out the medical statement about no ligament damage, but that Tyrese is expected to miss the rest of the season. How big of a blow is that, and what can you just say about what he's done this season in his rookie season?
Yeah, I don't look at it as a blow. I look at it as good news, really, because I think a lot of us were scared when we saw it happen. It didn't look great, so I think that's good news that we got, and we'll miss him down the stretch of this season, but for him to be able to have a full healthy off season to really get after it is going to be huge for us. So he's had an unbelievable rookie season so far. Made big time plays, earned the trust of his teammates, continues to evolve his game to fit the NBA style more, and he's got a lot to work on, and he knows that. But with his attitude and his work ethic, he's going to be a really good player.
All right, Tony Harvey.
Yeah, hey, Coach, how is Tyrese doing? From your perspective, how did he react to the news?
He's great. He's still vocal. He's still leading. He's on the bench, so he's doing things that you would want. One of your main guys doing, whether they're playing or injured. He's very vocal and very involved still. So it's good to see.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, the way you understand it, and obviously the way it was put in the press release, was that it would be regular season. If something crazy here, is that maybe leave a kind of a little bit of a door open beyond the regular season?
I'm sorry, say that again, Sean.
So, for example, if y'all made the play-in tournament, playoffs, whatever happens in that regard, does that kind of leave the door open a little bit there?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Again, the timetable is what it is, and I'm sure as he's pretty sore still right now. So as the days go by, we'll have a much better understanding as far as when he'll be able to do basketball activities right now. But from what I've been told, for the remainder of the regular season, he's done.
Jason Jones.
Yeah, just not having Tyrese, not having De'Aaron. It seems like it's put you guys, at least in late game situations, we saw tonight in some different looks, Buddy running pick and roll as opposed to, either being De'Aaron or Tyrese. Just what does that do for you, just strategy-wise? No, I know you don't want to run Delon into the ground, but how does that make things different for you guys in these last few games?
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be challenges with that, and I thought we did a nice job in the fourth quarter getting open looks. We just didn't make them, whether they're threes or around the rim. We had a lot of good looks that weren't going in. We did run a lot more drag with Buddy, and I thought Buddy did a really nice job of hitting the big man rolling throughout the whole game. Really, when teams are going to try to take his scoring away, especially with our other guys out. So he did a nice job of getting off that ball. But yeah, we're going to have to create some of our offense using different people in different sets. And I thought Delon did a really, really nice job on both ends finishing that game for us.
Tony Harvey.
Yeah, and back on that subject of Delon, because he got a couple steals towards the end of the last couple of minutes. One converted, which was an important bucket. Almost got a triple-double. And there was a discussion, a conversation before the game about him having starter experience, and that pretty much showed tonight. So what's the outlook for him now that it looked like he's going, he could be the starter for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you nailed it when you said he has that experience, and it showed down the stretch. We couldn't buy a bucket. They were banking in threes, and momentum shifted. And that's when you gotta, you'd like to rely on De'Aaron or Harrison or, guys like that. But they were doing everything they could to take Buddy out of it. So Delon, with that experience and that comfort level, he made a huge bucket, with under a minute to go. He got that steal when we couldn't make anything and went down and laid it up. And he came, I think he had 4 blocks and 4 steals. So he was all over the court tonight. Without him, we most likely don't win that game. So, he's got a lot of responsibility now, but, he's done it before. He'll be okay.
Crystal Saltis.
Coach, speaking for Ty, do you expect from your players to play for him until the end of the season?
Do I expect the players to what?
To play for him. And for him on the court.
I mean, I expect our players to play for us, all of us, not individually for Ty. We're on this journey together, and we've been through some tough patches this year, and we've been through some really, really good times this year, and it's all part of what we're doing, and not having Ty is big, and we'll miss him, but our effort and energy has to remain where it's been, we'll continue to play for the group as a whole.
Jason Anderson.
Luke, you talk sometimes about Marvin playing within the system, and he talks about just playing basketball and being free. And I wonder where the challenge is in trying to get what you need there, and how you would characterize any progress in that area if you've seen some.
Yeah, I've seen a lot this year, and that's the unfortunate part when you miss a good chunk of time when you're still kind of in that mode of a young player that's developing and fitting in with how we're trying to play, and I thought towards that Charlotte game where he got hurt a while back. You have done a really nice job of understanding when to get to the post, when to get spaced, when to crash the glass, and then you miss time and you come back and you're anxious and excited. And you had a big night last time we played. He did some good things tonight, and he had some great looks tonight. And those are shots we want him taking. He knows that. But it just comes with the continuity and consistency of being with the group and playing, and that's part of, like we talked about, there's some rust he's going to have to knock off. That's part of it. But as far as the progress he's made, we're very pleased with that from the start of the year to now.
Sean Cunningham.
Luke, you throwing away that Utah game, you had mentioned how well you were playing with that Warriors game as well, and I'm just wondering if for you, is there any element of this kind of rotation going so deep in there that's kind of even exceeded your expectations a little bit?
Well, as far as some of finishing these games out and winning, we played some really good teams, and we haven't exceeded my expectations as far as the effort and energy and competitiveness we've been playing with. I expect that every night we step on the court. But to go to LA and win, and these teams are getting ready for title runs, and going to Dallas and winning in Dallas, like that's without De'Aaron, without Harrison, only the half of the game in Dallas with Tyrese is